All right, 21 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. I hope you're doing well. We just had this studio filled with some gentlemen who are making a huge difference in the lives of others, and now we have a lady in the studio who's been doing the same thing for quite a long time in a different way. She is Barbara Leonard, and she and her late great husband, if you don't mind me saying so, Don Leonard, were involved in so many different things in our community. One of those things that they were involved in was trying to raise awareness as well as raise money so that we could have a really awesome school for children with autism, and that would be the New Horizon Academy, which we learned about through Barbara and Don. And in the past, there's always been some kind of a running or walking, and now it looks like there's a tennis fundraising event, so we're going to learn about that. And let me say good morning to Barbara Leonard. She is the co-chair of something I had not heard about before called ACEs for Autism. It is a tennis fundraising event for New Horizon Academy for exceptional students, and she's going to tell us when that is and how that got to be, and if she's now into tennis. I didn't know that before. Good morning, Barbara. How you doing?
Hi, Larry and Robin. Thank you for having me again, as usual. I really appreciate it. And, of course, one of the reasons you're just now hearing about ACEs for Autism is it's new this year. And I want to thank you. As you said, you guys have been some of our biggest supporters for New Horizon Academy for exceptional students. And I can't believe it, but the school is in its 11th year and is doing wonderful.
Making it, huh?
We had our first student graduate last year, and we have 3 new students this year.
Wow.
And so, yes, we're still going strong. However, the ones that we started with, Billy started there when the school started.
And explain who Billy is. For
This
those
is
who
our
don't know.
grandson, Billy Roberts.
How old is he now?
This is the thing. He is 18 now.
Oh, wow.
And can you believe that?
Hard to believe.
Time does fly by as far as this goes. And so certainly over the years, we've had the Autumn Run for Autism out at Silver Springs.
Right.
And to all of our runners, thank you for the support, and we're going to be back next year. But unfortunately, this year, change happens. Everything changing out at Silver Springs with the state taking over, et cetera.
Right.
And both Silver Springs and the state were wonderful, and we talked, but bottom line, with the changeover, we didn't know if we showed up on September the 14th what would be happening. If we'd have holes in the parking lot or what, because they're going to be making some changes. But they put me on their calendar for next year, and so we will be back with the run next year.
Okay.
But in the meantime, the school, like every school and other organizations like you were just talking to, depend on these fundraisers and this money and the support from the community. So when this happened, I was devastated, and my wonderful son Troy said, "Mom, we'll do something. Don't worry about it."
So now Troy's a runner. Is he also a tennis player?
Actually, Troy's wife is the runner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I make that mistake every year.
Yeah, Troy actually has sports magazines and is an event producer. So Don and I could not have done this without him.
Okay.
But so Troy says, "We'll do something, Mom." And actually, Troy is the tennis player in the family. He loves tennis, and so we decided. He says, "Let's do a tennis tournament." And so he went to the country club of Ocala and talked with their GM, Mr. Murray, and he got with the board, and the country club has been wonderful. They said we could have the tennis tournament there, and they have just been really, really nice to us.
The nuts and bolts of the tennis tournament. I have a question about that. I'm trying to imagine, because I don't know how this works, and I'm going to learn from you. If I participate in a golf tournament, I'm actually playing golf.
Right.
But I've gone to tennis tournaments, and I didn't play at all. I just sat and watched. So is there a spectator? Like, could I go as a spectator and watch?
Yes, you definitely can.
Okay, so is the money being raised, like the running thing that you've done, you pay to run. Right. So this has got 2 ways to help out. Either if you don't play tennis, we can just go watch.
Yes. Well, there's several things. First off, of course, with any event, for the most part, like running or tennis, you get your money from your sponsors. And to be honest, we have had just so many. I was a little bit I was scared, but our sponsors have embraced this new event, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So our sponsors have just been absolutely wonderful about saying, we will support you because we're there for New Horizon as far as this goes.
Right.
So if this year is going to be a tennis event, we will support the tennis event. And to be honest, because again, you have different circles, you have people interested in the running, and so, but that's what I say, our running sponsors came across with us, but you also have people that play tennis, and they say, like you, we've never heard about you before. So now we've picked up some new sponsors that are involved in the tennis situation. So primarily the money that goes to the school, and I always promise every one of my sponsors, every bit of your money that you give, I mean, all the checks are made out to New Horizon Academy and go directly there, but every bit of your sponsor money goes to New Horizon Academy. And it's usually used to upgrade technology, the different resources they use with the children as they grow, and because we tailor everything to each child's individual thing, and we try to do a little bit of scholarships to help the parents with the thing. So every bit of the money stays here in Ocala. It goes directly to the school, and it helps the children there at the school. This is the thing I want to really let people know. It goes right there.
So now the event is 3 days. The 3rd September, right?
It's we've got it down for September 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Okay.
The main day is the 14th. This is when the tennis matches are going to be being played.
Oh, okay. What's happened the other days?
Okay. I'm like you. You were talking about me telling you about this. I'm learning too as far as this goes. So forgive me if I make a mistake. But the tennis matches will be held on the 14th, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning at the Country Club of Ocala at the different tennis courts. And the tennis players, instead of like with the run where we were through in the morning, the tennis goes all day long, and maybe even into the night. We're not sure as far as this goes, depending, because everyone is guaranteed to play at least 2 tennis matches. And so again, it depends on time and all that sort of thing.
I have so many questions. So what happens on Friday?
Well, on Friday, what you have is what's called a draw party. And again, this is something I never knew about, but again, like the runners, where you show up in the morning and everybody runs at the same time, you take off at 7:25. Well, the tennis is staggered. You have your match, and you have a listing of when you come and play. I mean, you play, at 8 o'clock in the morning, and if you win, then you go here, and if you lose, you go here, etc. It's like a bracket thing as far as this goes. And so the draw party the night before is 2 things. First off, it is to take and give this information to the tennis players and when you will be playing and everything. Now, everyone cannot make the draw party. It's from 6 to 9 on Friday evening down at the Tennis Cafe there at the Country Club of Ocala. And we're going to have...
Tennis Cafe,
At the Tennis Cafe. And it is going to be, like I say, we're going to have a barbecue there. And the tennis players and our sponsors are invited to come to the draw party. And while we're there, because the next day the tennis players are going to be playing tennis, we are putting out our information about the school, about autism. We always have information. I mean, part of this, as you said, is about awareness. And a lot of the tennis players are just now finding out that we exist as far as for the school and different things like that.
So I have so many questions, and I don't want to throw you off track, but can we jump to the 15th and then we'll go back to the 14th?
Well, the 15th is there. It's sort of like a rain thing. And also, if we need to play the finals on Sunday, we're going to get it. That's why I said I don't know how long we're going Saturday. We do have lights, and so we schedule it so that it's all different in you to me too, Larry.
So now, in the running, Robin and I participated. We're not runners at all.
No,
we were the worst you had. Okay,
that's right.
But we could still participate, and we did it because it was fun. Would that same thing be true with tennis, or do you want to discourage the real amateurs like us?
I don't want to discourage the real amateurs like you. But
I'm thinking about the spectators here.
All right. Well, first off, let's talk about the people playing tennis and all, because this is one thing I probably in my literature and everything really and truly should have gotten out more. And the one that I've had the biggest question is, first off, we are not having young people play. In other words,
well, we're not young.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is you do have a lot of young people playing tennis. You have your different things, and you have to be 18 or older.
I'm there.
To play. I know you're there too.
But I can't play at all. I'm terrible. I mean, if there were spectators, they would be saying, "You got to be kidding!"
Right. But we have what the divisions are. You have your men's and women's doubles, and according to this, you have ratings, and again, I know nothing about them, but it's 2.5, 3.0, 3.5, 4.0, and open, and you can only play in one division. Now, open, I don't know if you have to be real good or real bad.
Really.
That's a good question. I'll have to find out exactly what the open is. But it's certainly open to those. I mean, you have a lot of players here. What I've learned is that you have all of your leagues. You have people at 14.
So it sounds like
I would.
So do I pay to be a spectator?
No.
Oh, why not? You should charge.
Well, you can give a donation.
Okay.
And
All right.
really, we would love to invite the community to come out, because along with this, if you remember when you did your running,
right.
We also,
walking.
Right. We sold tickets for drawing for some wonderful prizes and all like that.
Right.
Well, this year we're having a silent auction.
Okay.
And since we're going to be there, like I say, for 2 or 3 days, we are putting out the silent auction on tables again there in the tennis cafe right next to the tennis courts and everything like that. And this is where we will have our information set up. And so we are encouraging people to come out, have some fun watching some people playing tennis, because again, you probably know a tennis player or two, and you can watch at the courts. Go in and get you a Coke or something to drink or a sandwich, look at our silent auction things, learn about the school, ask questions, etc. So it is an event. The public is certainly invited, and we would like for you to come out.
And this is an extremely unique event too, because I don't recall anybody having tennis tournaments to raise funds for anything in our town, and this might end up being an annual event. You might have this at one time and then the running at like 6 months later or something.
Not a bad idea.
It's really, really great, because a lot of people play tennis, but they don't have any of that, competition flair like you're providing.
Right. Well, this is, they are several tennis tournaments, but like you say, for the most part, I think they're just because they like to have the tennis tournaments. I mean, I'm not sure that I've heard of one, and I could be wrong. I mean, because like I say, I'm just now moving into the tennis world and finding out about it, and that they are some other tennis tournaments, and of course they play, competitive tennis, and have to put in a little bit of a word with Troy. He plays on the tennis team at the Country Club of Ocala.
Oh, wow.
And they play all over the place. He was over in Daytona recently, but a couple of months ago or weeks, it runs into it as far as this goes. He and his team went to Miami, I believe, to play. Bottom line is they won the state championship.
Oh, wow.
And now they're going to be going out to Arizona to play in sort of the nationals a little bit later.
Wow.
So, I mean, you do have some really good competitive tennis players.
So is that the caliber of players that you'll have at this event?
Well, we hope we will have a lot of them.
Yeah.
But you do have, like I say, your different divisions
Now,
also.
when is the deadline for somebody to participate?
Oh, let's see here. We need to know. Okay, hold on just a minute.
I know that the one for the T-shirt is passed.
The one for the T-shirt is passed. And
September 6th, I think it says on the entry
September
deadline.
the 6th. And but we have to be able to do the draws as far as this goes. September the 12th is the deadline for them to register.
Okay.
So how can right now we're helping, I guess, because we're allowing people who want to play tennis to say, I want to do that.
Right.
So that's good. We got that one covered. Now, how do the rest of us help? What do we do?
Okay, hold on a minute. Let's go back to the tennis players, because I do want to really push this as far as this goes.
So if you're a tennis player, this is your time to listen.
Yeah, the tennis player, this is your place. If you haven't already registered, please register by September the 12th. We have put the forms out all over Ocala as much as possible, and of course we have them at the Country Club, we have them over at Fort King, Golden, Ocala, all the different places that you play tennis. We also have the forms at the Health Club, at Pasture Sporting, and these different places. And of course, the wonderful thing now with media is if you call me, and I will be glad to give you my number, you can call either 629-1785 or 804-3777, and we can send an email over to you with the form where you can fill it out and mail it in.
Okay.
And you can also drop them off at the Country Club of Ocala. And so we do really encourage the tennis players to go ahead and get registered. My son says, usually with tennis players, it's sort of a couple of weeks out because right now we're getting everybody back to school and this, that, and the other. But I am hoping that the tennis players will really come out and support us just as the runners did. I mean, we can't have 600 tennis players like we had 600 runners. But I really am hoping that we have around 75 or 100 tennis players to come out and play. So please, if you're a tennis player, come out, have fun playing tennis. The entrance is $50 a person, but for this you get 2 matches, you get the draw party, you get a lunch on Saturday. Of course, you get your shirt, you get a bag with a lot of nice things in it, and the main thing is you're helping a wonderful cause. And the wonderful cause, for those who just tuned in, is New Horizon Academy for Exceptional Students. Did I say that right? Yes. Which I guess, to paraphrase that, it's children's autistic children go to the school. Now I lost my train of thought here. The phone number you gave, 804-3777. That's your number? Right. Okay. So as far as spectators go, I'm still stuck on this. All right. Well, where spectators are concerned, you're certainly welcome to come out on Saturday and get to know us, learn about the school, learn about autism, watch the matches, and view the silent auction. Participate in it, not just view it. Yes, participate. You're definitely right. That's a big thing. So how else can we help? I mean, can we donate items, or do you need anything? We are still taking, first off, sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor, you can contact us and you can still be a sponsor. What does that cost? Well, we have 2 levels right now, $250 and $500. But if you want to do something else, you can do more, or you can do less. Like I say, you can just make a donation. And what does it get you? Like a mention in the program, or? Yes, we are having a program where you get a mention in the program. You will be on the T-shirt. If you're a $500 sponsor and you have a banner, we will also put the banner up out there at the tennis courts for those couple of days. We'll put the banner up Friday afternoon, and it will be there for the entire weekend. And so, most of our sponsors, to be honest, do it because they care about us and all. But we do try to tell them every way we can to thank you. And again, this is new to me, and I really don't even have it, but I hear it's wonderful, Facebook. So a lot of our people are putting information out on Facebook. It is wonderful. And you wouldn't believe how many pictures of the moon I saw last night. So on our different Facebook pages, because we have our own Facebook page as far as for the tennis tournament, and of course different people that have their Facebook pages and are putting information out. We're thanking our sponsors. We're also encouraging people. We're going to be listing that is going up Monday, our silent auction items that we have at this particular time. And we're encouraging people, even if you can't come out, again, we're going to give phone numbers. You can call and participate in the silent auction if you want to, and all like that. We're going to give you a list of what they are, and we will cut off the silent auction on Saturday afternoon at 4:30. So, if you want to call 3 or 4 o'clock and see, what's the bid on it, and see if you want to bid on the silent auction, then you can certainly do so. Do the winners in the tennis matches get trophies? What do they get? Yes, the winners in the tennis matches, you have the winner, and then the champions and the contenders, or whatever. We haven't actually decided what we're going to do. So you have first and second place as far as this goes. It's exciting. Does the winning somehow contribute to their career goals, or whatever it is that a tennis player is striving for? I don't really think so. I think this one is more for fun. This one is more for fun as far as this goes. Come out and support a wonderful cause and just have a really good time. The guys who were just here from the rodeo, their rodeo is sanctioned, right? So their winning competitors actually contribute somehow to their career. I don't know how that works. That works. Well, when we first started the run, it was a sanctioned run. And all like that. And I guess if they still have sanctioned things, it's still sanctioned. So next year, I think Robin is predicting the right thing. I think next year you'll be here to promote 2 different things. Right. A run and another tennis match. Right. We certainly, like I say, hope so. Because, again, part of this is getting out to the different segments of the community and letting them know about it. I mean, the school has been wonderful. As I said, we added some new students this year because a few of ours are graduating, et cetera, which brings us to the next phase. We have another dream, and this is what happens to these young people when they graduate. I mean, if you live with any young person with a disability, this is what I guess every parent's, every mother's nightmare is, or what does happen when they're out of school, what happens when I'm no longer here as far as this goes. And so and again, as you just mentioned with Don, I think we realize life happens, and my husband, we've been married 50 years, died in December. he certainly missed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, it just brings the circle
brightens
of
everything.
life
Right.
around as far
Right.
as this goes. And I probably will not be here, certainly will not be here when all this comes to fruition, but we have a dream of really and truly, and this is part of what we're going to be unveiling this year. And I'll have to come back and talk to you about the dream because it's another hour, 30-minute
Is it
segment or
another-
whatever. But we have a transition program in
Okay,
place
okay.
that we are going to try to be presenting to the community, where we want to have people come in and be able to, the ones that we can, find jobs for them in the community.
Oh, wow.
So they can be
Wow.
productive citizens and
Wow.
not just sitting at home,
Yes.
doing nothing.
Right.
Where unfortunately with some of
Yeah.
ours, while they might can be left at home, there are others that can't. So then it's a life-changing thing.
Right,
Does one
right.
of the parents have to take and stay at home?
Right,
Do
right.
you have to, like I say, pay to have someone come in and stay with that young
And
person?
the heartbreaking vision, like if you look to the future and you know somebody like that, and you
Right.
say, you know what, once I die, like if you're the person,
Right.
that person is going to be in some home somewhere. Not that.
Right.
I mean, it could be good, it could be bad, or some
Right.
institution somewhere.
Right.
Again, could be good, could be bad.
Right.
But I mean, it'd be so much nicer if they had a real life and,
Yes.
not the institutionalized
Right,
life.
that's what I say. We
Yeah.
want them to be embraced by the community, and we want them to be able to, and we all have abilities and all like that.
Yes.
I'm not even going to say disability. We all have abilities, and this is what we look for with these young people. And it's not a job thing, but as I don't know if I mentioned, but Billy's favorite thing is swimming, and he is a strong swimmer.
Wow.
And his favorite thing is to go to the beach over in Daytona.
Oh.
Now, my daughter, thank goodness, is a strong swimmer because he gets in there, and I tell you, the lifeguard is always come back, come back, come back. But I mean, my point is, he is a tremendous swimmer. It has nothing to do with him having autism.
Right.
As far as, but there are many other
That's what he
things.
loves doing,
Like I say,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
very good
yeah.
on the computer. He's very good at labeling, sorting, all this sort of thing. I mean, they are skills
Oh, that's amazing.
that Billy has,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
every child has different skills as far as
Yeah.
this goes.
Yeah.
And that is what we're trying to, with our transition program, do, is we're trying to find these skills of these young people, train them in these skills, and have the community come in, or us go out to the community and say, okay, this young person has this skill. Can you give him a job? And
God
working
blessed
with
the
this.
world when He gave you Billy, because that was the inspiration for your ambitious efforts that you've been involved in for so many years now, both you and Don. So, Barbara, you are such a delight. We love you. Thank you so much for coming in and helping us understand your passion so that we can help you with it. And,
Well, thank you. And again, like I say, just keep telling tennis players to sign up. And I know you do, but keep talking about New Horizon. And like I say, we'll get together a little bit more
New
so we can
Horizon
talk
comes
more
up
about
probably more than you realize.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
We will talk a little bit more, hopefully, when things settle down, about the transition program, because we really are. This is our next step with awareness to the community to let them know
right.
about us.
Thank you, Barbara. Barbara
Thank you.
Leonard and New Horizon. What's the full?
New Horizon Academy for Exceptional Students.
Thank you. I want to say it right. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank
we'll take
you.
a little break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
ABC News Now. I'm Karen Chase. The suspected gunman in the Atlanta area elementary school shooting could appear in court today. No one was hurt when he opened fire at police outside the building, but investigators say he held two school